Welcome people, we are back at again with another video. In today's video, I will be previewing Chelsea's big game tomorrow against Liverpool at Wembley Stadium. Now this is big. This is really big. This is one of Chelsea's biggest games of the last few years because it represents an opportunity to win a trophy, and that would mean so much. This match, this game, it's actually so massive. It's actually so massive for Chelsea Football Club on a few fronts. Number one, we haven't won a trophy since February 2022. It is February 2024. It's been 2 years since we've won a trophy. We need a trophy. The culture of Chelsea for me growing up was that of, how can I say, if we don't win a trophy this season, we'll win it next season. Don't worry about it. So at the very least, you would win a trophy every other season. And I was perfectly content with that. And now we've gone 2 years without a trophy. We need a trophy. We really need a trophy. That's the first thing. The second thing, it would be the first trophy under the new ownership, under the new era of Bowley and clearly Capital and Nick Barley. You know, the era of Roman Abramovich was very good for us, very good for us in terms of the amount of trophies that we won. But this would be a first for the new ownership, so it's again very massive. Number three, a lot of our players will not have played in major finals such as these, right? You could find that many of them, this is their first ever professional final. So another big occasion for them. You understand what I'm saying? And for those reasons, we must do everything in our power to win tomorrow. We must go to Wembley tomorrow and leave everything on the pitch. Absolutely everything. Think about the Man City performance last week where we drew 1-1 away from home, right? We closed the spaces. Defensively, we were in a good shape. We kept fighting all the way. We showed that on the counter we're dangerous. All those sorts of key ideals in a performance, we need to bring that tomorrow against Liverpool. We need to close the spaces. We need to press them. Don't allow them to do what they want to do on the ball. We need to show that even if they have the majority of the ball, we have a threat on the counter-attack. They need to fear. They can't just push their line up all the way onto the halfway line because they know that if we get in behind, it could be curtains for them. That's the energy that we need to bring to the game. We cannot allow ourselves to lose this final because we didn't give it our all. We didn't give it our best. We didn't chase every single ball. We didn't contest every second ball. We didn't go for every 50-50, every tackle that we could have gone for. I don't want any of that. I want everybody to do everything in their power to get us to win. And if we go out there and we do our best and we lose, fine. But I need a performance of their careers tomorrow. That's what I need from them. Now, when you think about us going up against Liverpool, over the years, Chelsea-Liverpool games have been very tight. The last 2 finals that we played them in, we lost both of them, but both of them went to penalties. And even in league games, you'd find 2-2, 1-1, those kind of scores, 0-0. It's often very tight against Chelsea and Liverpool, and it often ends in a stalemate. Now, our last game against them in the Premier League, we lost 4-1 away from home. Now, with that performance, it was very disappointing. I didn't even watch the whole game. I watched the first half and I went to bed because the next day I was driving down to Cape Town with my parents, and that's a 15.5-hour journey. So I decided, after seeing how we're playing at halftime, that I'm going to bed because I had to wake up early. Anyways, what I saw in that first half was absolutely nothing from Chelsea. Like, we offered absolutely nothing in that first half. But I do expect tomorrow to be a reverse of what we saw in that game. And the reason for that is, although we're playing the same Liverpool team, we're not the same team as we were on that particular night. Because since then, we played Aston Villa. We beat them 3-1 very convincingly against a very good Aston Villa side. We beat Palace 3-1. You could say we left it late to secure the result, but we did well regardless. Then we went to Man City and we got a 1-1, and we put on the performance of the season, in my opinion. It was absolutely phenomenal. So now what I'm trying to say is that we've got confidence going into this. We don't have to fear Liverpool. We need to go there respecting them as a good side, but we cannot simp for them. We cannot think to ourselves, oh, they're such a good team. They're so great. They're so fantastic. No. No. They're very good players, but that's where it ends. They are our opposition. We need to try to kill them on the football pitch. That's what it is. Now, how are we going to go about getting a result against this Liverpool side? What formation should we play? What challenges do we have in terms of players out? What opportunities do we have in terms of them having players out? What can we expect to come up against? For us, in terms of injuries, Thiago Silva is a doubt for this game. He is back in partial team training, but I don't expect him to feature. I really, really don't. And I think it would be a bit of a waste if he did. The reason I say that is because I don't think he would be able to operate at his very best. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that I could see him being re-injured because we rushed him back, and then we have to use one of our 5 substitutions in normal time to bring him off and bring someone else on, when we could have used that substitution in a more strategic way later on in the game if we needed it. So yeah, that's the situation with him. He is a doubt. He's not certain that he's out for sure, but I wouldn't play him. Then you've got Marco Correa, who's just come back into partial team training, but he probably won't play. Chukwuemeka is out. Fofana is out. Leslie Gochukwu is out. Who else is out? Romeo Lavia is out. Reece James is out. Benoit Badeshile is out. Those 8 players, they are all out. Everyone else is available, which it's not too bad. Our injury list has been worse during the course of the season, so it is what it is, truly. Now, as for Liverpool, they also have absentees. Diogo Jota, out. Shosh Bolai, he's going to face a late fitness test. Salah, late fitness test. Nunez, late fitness test. Thiago Alcantara, out. Trent Alexander-Arnold, out. Alisson Becker looks like he's going to be out. I'm not sure who else. Oh, Joe Matip, it's looking like he's going to be out as well. So they've also got injuries. They also have challenges. Yes, they're a brilliant team regardless, but they may not quite be at their best without some of these players. Now, what team would I play? What team would I employ tomorrow, or deploy rather, to beat this team? I would go with the same team that we played against Manchester City. Exact same team. The team that I predicted in my preview for that game is the exact same team that Poch fielded. And I would field that team again. In goal, we have Petrovic. Simple. We don't even need to explain anymore at this point why he's playing. We can see. Right back, Malo Gusto. He put on a clinic against Man City. He absolutely pocketed Jeremy Doku like Reece James did earlier in the season. And he showed that he is an incredible right back at the tender age of 20. I'm playing Malo at right back. Simple as. Nothing to think about. And also, it doesn't worry me. Right centre back, Axel Disasi. I don't know if this is his first professional final or not, but even if it's his first, I'm not concerned. The reason I say I'm not concerned about Disasi is because he was the man of the match against Man City last week. He put on a very, very, very brave performance, and in the absence of Thiago Silva, he showed himself to be a leader. So I expect him tomorrow to exude leadership qualities, to exude positional awareness, to be able to, how can I say this, to discern in certain moments when he should clear the ball or when he should play out nicely from the back. I trust him completely. He starts at right centre back. Left centre back, Levi Colwill. With Levi, he's not on Disasi's level right now, but he has potential to be very, very good. I have no problems with him starting again, right? Because he played very well last week as well. So he gets into the team. I have no issues about that, no qualms about it. Left back, Ben Chilwell, simple. He's the vice captain of the football club. And on top of that, he had a good game last week against Phil Foden. He absolutely locked him up. And going forward, he contributed himself. So he starts at left back. In the double pivot, simple, same as last week, run it back. Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. They were both excellent in that game, especially Moises Caicedo. I felt as though at times he went a bit too far with his aggression and desire to win the ball back for us. So I just want him to calm that down just a tiny bit. But other than that, do the same thing that you did against Man City and when now playing Liverpool. And when you actually think about it, as much as Liverpool are such a great side and very, very, very close to Man City's quality as a football team, with them, I think it's going to be more of an even game. With Man City, you just accept before the game that they're going to have the ball, you're not. With Liverpool, I feel like it could be a more even game. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Enzo can do when he's got more of the ball. I'm looking forward to see the kind of passes that he can pick out for teammates making dangerous runs. It's gonna be very interesting to see. Now, we're playing a 4-2-3-1. Or is it no 4-2-3-1? Yeah, what am I saying? Now, in the number 10, I would go with Conor Gallagher. Simple, because he's a road runner. His nickname is Dog. This man will fight for this team. He will run and run and run. He's going to put pressure on Liverpool's centre backs as well as their CMs, right? So for that reason, I would like to see him in the number 10 role. I think he can offer a lot. If you don't have a player like Conor Gallagher in the number 10 who's pressing the way that he does, it's just going to allow Liverpool to play how they want to play, potentially play long diagonals, right, to players like Luis Diaz, to a Salah, to a Nunez if he starts the game. I don't want that. So Conor Gallagher is the type of player who can just nip that in the bud and make sure that doesn't happen. On the right, on Connor's right, I would go with Cole Palmer. On his left, I would go with Sterling. And up top, I'm going with Nicholas Jackson. Those three players, when they're in the groove, they can play really, really well. Cole Palmer will play well most of the time. Sterling, with him, big occasions, he will be there. Both games against Man City this season, he scored. Sterling is a player for the big occasions. He will be there. More than you can believe, he will be there. So I'm very happy for him to start on the left-hand side. And Nicholas Jackson up top. With him, you can see from his miss last week against City that he does lack a little bit of confidence. However, I don't mind if him, Sterling, and Cole interchange positions, and throughout the game you see Nicholas Jackson on the left. Because when he's on the left, he's very, very confident. And it seems as though playing on the left just comes easier to him than playing through the middle. So if he starts the game in the middle, he's not feeling so confident, he's not playing so well, we can move him over to the left and he'll start to cook and provide an attacking threat for the team. So I'm happy for him to start the game as well. Now, if things aren't going so well, we need to turn to somebody. Who are we going to turn to? We've got a few options. Number one, the heavy hitter Nkunku. He's the big option, right? Then you've got Mudryk, you've got Madueke. Those are the three main ones that I would look at if things aren't going so well. I wouldn't look to be taking off an Enzo or Caicedo for Cassidy on the bench. I wouldn't be looking to take off Colwell for Chalobah or anything of that sort. Those three players that I mentioned, the attackers, Mudryk, Madueke, and Nkunku, those are the ones that I'd look to do change the game if things aren't going so well. But I trust the team that's I've chosen the starting 11 to do a good job because they did a good job last week. They showed last week that they can battle it with the best of the best. So, for that reason, I'm going to put my trust and my faith in them. I'm going to show up for them. I've got a lot of work to do between now and the game to make sure I can watch the game with no problems in terms of stressing about doing this schoolwork or that schoolwork. But yeah, I trust this team and I believe in them. So I'm going to hand it over to them. It's now in their hands. Lads, make us proud. See with Liverpool, yeah. Klopp is leaving, so they want to give him a nice send off and all that. They'll be wanting to win this trophy for him and stuff like that. Me, I don't care, bro. We don't care because we've been through so much over the last 18 months that we deserve this. We truly, truly deserve this. Klopp, my guy, good luck in the league. Good luck in the Champions League. But as for the Carabao Cup, it has to be ours. It has to be ours. And now I'm just going to leave you with a few quotes from two of the players who will most likely start on Sunday. Malo Gusto said, "We want to win this trophy for ourselves and the fans," right? And Enzo Fernandez said, "I want to win it with this group. This group deserves this title because it's not always been easy over the last 18 months." Now I leave you with those two quotes and I'm heading off. I'll see you guys after the game. Hopefully Chelsea will have won. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the bell notifications to be notified once I've uploaded, and peace.